GT Countdown. The top 10 most anticipated games of 2008.
2007 is going to be one hard act to follow. With more solid titles for up-and-coming platforms than even Santa could fit in a stocking, we're all still catching up on the best and brightest from last year. But on the horizon, the sun shines even brighter with painful postponements and awesome announcements. To make our list of the most anticipated games of 08, a title must either have an undeniably strong pedigree or show us a concept that we just can't wait to experience ourselves.
Number 10. Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
After a handful of delays, Brawl is already on store shelves in Japan, and after importing the game, we're stunned at its wealth of ways to play. At least a dozen new characters are making their debut, including Solid Snake, Sonic, and Olimar with his sprouting minions. Gameplay is even more frenetic with the new Final Smashes, assist trophies, and items. Then there's online play, expanded single-player and co-op modes, a stage builder, snapshots, and portable control schemes. That's a lot, and plenty enough for Super Smash Bros. Brawl to find its place at number 10.
Number 9. Ninja Gaiden 2.
If the worth of a ninja is measured in gallons of blood spill, Ninja Gaiden 2 is likely to put Ryu Hayabusa right at the top of the leaderboard. This sequel isn't just about blood for blood's sake, though. Lopping off limbs modifies enemy behavior, resulting in dynamic and dangerous combat situations that will test your ninja reflexes like never before. New abilities and wicked new weapons are also in the mix to bring out the bloodlust in fans of deep action combat. We're worried it may be a little too similar, but even that is good enough for the 9th spot.
Number 8. Prototype.
The guys at Radical nailed go anywhere, smash anything gameplay with Hulk Ultimate Destruction. But their formula goes even further with Prototype. Now, you're no longer limited to a single green HGH junkie. You can assume someone else's identity or transform your arm into a blade to slice them in half. All the action takes place in a war-torn New York City where infected humans and the military are vying for control, providing an amazing stage for what we expect to be some serious chaos. It's unique, and the developer has proven it can deliver, and if it does, the 8th spot may eventually sound conservative.
Number 7. Grand Theft Auto 4.
Whether it's the unapologetic humor, open-world freedom, or license to cause numerous untimely deaths, Grand Theft Auto never fails to collect an audience for its anarchy. We recently got a first-hand look at the game, and we're blown away by the improvements.
I ain't asking you, I'm telling you, do this!
Its new cover system, vast transportation methods, communication tools, targeting system, and spit-polished Liberty City land GTA 4 in our number 7 spot. If Rockstar nails all these improvements, it will be a landmark game, but Too Many Questions lands it at number 7.
Since you put it that way, I'm in.
Number 6. Little Big Planet.
We were all hoping to buy Little Big Planet in 07, but Sony is still putting the final stitches on its lovable Sackboys. Our recent look at the game at CES confirmed that the adorable pincushions can indeed be killed, and players can express varied degrees of emotion as they hop through the deadly obstacle courses. The game is shipping on a disc with 50 pre-built levels, but the real appeal will be the ease of creating objects and stages of your own and the potential YouTube of gaming that could emerge. We've played LBP countless times, and it never fails to put a smile on our face. It's the most unique game on this list, and that gets it to number 6.
Number 5. StarCraft 2.
When word finally broke that the StarCraft series would finally see its second chapter unfold, the response was nothing short of thunderous. How many other games can warrant a festival party in Korea?
Now our foes will feel the power of the Protoss.
It's been in development since 2003's Warcraft 3: The Frozen Throne, and it's further along than expected. With new units, a new non-linear story campaign, and a shiny new 3D veneer powered by the Havoc physics engine, the prospect of returning to the franchise is an exciting one indeed. After a decade of bulging StarCraft servers, no one can deny the formula's staying power, and we can't deny it the number 5 spot.
Hell, it's about time.
Number 4. Final Fantasy 13.
Anticipation and Final Fantasy have always been adversaries. While one could theoretically start piecing together the narrative, dissecting the characters, and even analyzing the combat system of Final Fantasy 13, we really don't know anything yet. In typical Square Enix form, we likely won't find out about its intricacies until it's available for purchase. And it's got our fingers in a serious bunch. It's a world so big it couldn't fit in one game, which makes the wait extra painful. By the time the doors to Lightning's world are finally opened, we'll be ready to explode, and that's plenty good enough for number 4.
Number 3. Fallout 3.
While there have only been scant screens and a solemn teaser released to the public, game trailers got a backstage pass to Fallout 3's post-apocalyptic paradise and came away stunned. Get ready for Fallout. From your father being generated based on your character's appearance, to the many mushroom clouds, both big and small, dotting the grim horizon, it's safe to say that power armor is going to be a hot fashion accessory this fall. Oh, and that pre-rendered teaser? That's in-game. And Bethesda has promised more pixel shaders on the game's HUD than the entirety of Oblivion's visuals. Trust us on this one. Fallout 3, at number 3, is being cautious.
War. War never changes.
Number 2. Metal Gear Solid 4.
Old Man Snake may have slipped away from a late 07 release, but now, with the rest of 2008 upon us, Metal Gear Solid 4 has nowhere to hide. Not that it had any reason to. A brief playthrough at E4all and trailer after tantalizing trailer have only confirmed what we've come to expect from the series: stellar production values and an intriguing plot. What we didn't expect is that the controls would finally step into the 21st century. As the last in the series, Metal Gear Solid 4 is set to close the chapter on one of gaming's biggest franchises.
Liquid!
This bittersweet game has us seriously pumped to see what our PS3s can do, and there's only one other game that has us more excited for 08.
Number 1. Resident Evil 5.
The definitive standout shambling horror title of last gen is getting its due. Chris Redfield is going to fill in what's happened in the 10 years since the first excursion outside of Raccoon City. With pitchforks and punches in tow, the largest scale of infected we've ever seen is ready to engulf our hero. The promise of capitalizing on and pushing past the excellence of Resident Evil 4 keeps us awake, pondering weapon upgrades, headshots, and just how creepy things can get. If there's one cause for concern, it's that series maestro Shinji Mikami is sitting this one out, but the foundation has already been laid down. Resident Evil 5 is sitting in the pit of our stomach, and at the top of our list of the most anticipated games of 2008.